Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. The NFL season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Check. Ready. Yellow waiting. Check. 45. Come on. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Watch the out.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready? You ready? 54 miles. Over. Pick it up. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Hey, watch it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brees. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
In his 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017. Just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
Watch out. Shoot.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
He's coming. Double up. He's going to kill.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32-4. Now 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Brees now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Opposite. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Now Brees to try again after the pick 6. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on the second-round pick, Eric McCoy from Texas A&M. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. From the gun, it's Breeze. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then, boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Breeze going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but, hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Ready. Blue lady. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Ready. White 25. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, I'm coming, I'm coming. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And now it's third down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow lady. Check, check. Walk with the opposite. We own them. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Check safety. Check. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Check.
On 1st down, Breeze. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Nassib. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Check 24. Check 24. Tight 1.
Now Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens, it's tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Check 3. Brilliant. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Focus, defense, focus.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Ready? 5-9. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single. You're good. Right forward, ready. Jump.
Caught on the left side by Ginn.
That is, baby. That is.
To Ted Ginn Jr. Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready. We're waiting. Mike's by 4. Let's set a target. Kill. Slow. Easy. Opposite. Bang. Jet bomber.
From the 41, Breeze finds the former Northwestern Wildcat, Austin Carr. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Shit. Undercrunch.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
We go 21.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. 7-7, our score after 1. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the curl. Take 4. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run here with Sims. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Hey, stop. Check nickel.
Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8. 45-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's go, D.
Sims. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Draw play to Sims. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Winston now from the 50. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Winston. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something?
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Whip. Will kill. Watch the whip. Check 13. 13 spell.
To throw, it's Breeze. He's going to air one out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Check 52.
On the ground, the drive starts with Sims. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Keep it up. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
To throw is Winston. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Watch the curl, watch the curl. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll run on first down. It's Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Hey, stop. Let's go. Wait. Twist. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. He's checked.
Now Sims. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
44-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm going to come back to you.
Jameis to throw it. And Miller with it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Winston now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. On first down, it's Sims. And Sims lost it. He lost the football. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Get him, boy.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Yellow lady.
From the 41, Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Saints on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Breeze now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Sammy. 45. Mike, 45.
So here we go on 4th down to Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
From the gun, Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Jameis now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 25. Wait.
Winston. And he fires one incomplete. Charles Sims, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay, from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gay's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Breeze. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Saints on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Breeze. And Ginn's got it. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Opposite. Check 9, check 9. 49,
The final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review. So
he's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, past the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 58 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Winston. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Sims on the run. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Winston keeps it himself. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jameis Winston. His 17th touchdown now on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 22-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Breeze going to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Carl Nassib able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. The Dolphins have extended their lead in that one, and we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. A first down throw for Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ready.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the run, watch the run. Bang, bang. Green, Timothy. Bang, bang. Green, Timothy. He's checking crap. Let him go.
To throw, Winston. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check the backer, check the backer.
In his own end zone, it's Breeze. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Take 4, take 4.
From the 27th, Winston. And he slings one that's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Here we go. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
On third down, Winston. Throw left side complete. It's Howard. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Shift. Easy. Check. Crunch.
Now they run with Sims. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ready. Mike 54. Hey, stop. Let's go. Give me that ball.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
65.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They're on to the second half now down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
At the 35-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You're good. Right forward. Ready. Don't be scared of it. You're good.
Now Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Check 50. You're good. I'm forward. Ready.
Here's Breeze to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Back now in Tampa. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Kill. 61, matchbox, right. Under. He's checking.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it, Tooth, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
23 yards, the final tally.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll run on first down. It's Sims, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready? Black 25. Check. Watch 54. Come on. Sunday. Come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Watch the eye. Out. Let him go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. Or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Ready, flat 22. Mark 54. Here we go, G, get off the field. Wide, get wide. Hey, switch gears. Hey, watch hands.
On first down, it's Sims, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Ready, blue lady. March 47. Flip it. Let's get in there. Watch out. Let's go.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
54, right 54. I'm here all day. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Watch that.
On second down, it's Sims. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready, blue lady. 47. Check, 47. Here we go. Kill. Let's convert.
Here's Winston. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Switch. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn it. Check 25. Sponge.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Charles Sims, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Kill. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Switch.
Throwing now is Breeze. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack.
Quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Levante David. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey,
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Breeze now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Breeze finding Kamara. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Keith Kirkwood, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. Do you think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, they run with Sims. And an alley to run. He's at the 40. 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 54 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Kill. Easy. Check 15.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll go again to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Check, 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 check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Charles Sims. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said,
"Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much." Down he goes. Carl Nassib able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Breeze now. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The Saints on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Breeze again. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Austin Carr, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
The Saints on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Jared Cook. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, 2nd best in the league, and they'll try it here. Breeze going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On first down, Breeze. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Tampa Bay, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.